Hello, good evening, happy Wednesday, and welcome to our Flawless Foundation and Contouring session. We want to give you a midweek mental break from all life's stressors, so welcome to our pink bubble. Tonight, we're going to focus on how to achieve naturally beautiful, flawless foundation. It's what we all want, right? And if you haven't yet, be sure to take the Foundation Finder quiz and send the results to your consultant. You can just text her what your results were. You'll also want to make sure that you give StreamYard permission to show us your name by clicking the StreamYard link. And so Vicki right now is going to post both of those links in our comments for you right now. So you can just click on those if you haven't done that yet. All right, I'm Rebecca, really excited to be here, and co-teaching with me tonight are my friends Connie and Tanya and Shelly. All right, and we want you to drop us some emojis tonight. Drop us some emojis and let us know that you're watching, and give your consultant a shout out so she knows that you're here. Show us some love. All right. So as we're going through our favorite flawless products tonight, we want you to write down what products sound great to you, because when you spend just $35 with your consultant tonight, you'll get one additional product at half price. Whee! So exciting. And it's not just limited to what we're just talking about tonight, but anything from your wish list, like maybe your sonic brush for $37.50. That sounds pretty good. Or your satin handset for $18. That's pretty good too. Or maybe your hydrogel eye patches for only $20. Yay! All right. So be taking notes and then send a pic of your notes to your consultant to be entered into our gift card drawing at the end an extra time. Okay, so if you'll be entered just for commenting and for being on our live session tonight, but if you want an extra entry in the drawing, be sure to text her what products you are falling in love with tonight. All right, so I want to give you some flawless face pro tips, but as we start out here, and I know that hopefully y'all are taking your Foundation Finder quiz and dropping us some love. Let me go check our comments and see. Awesome. Awesome. We get a shout out for Tanya. Love it. All right. So all of our makeup looks way better when it's on healthy, well cared for skin. So a consistent skincare regimen is the first step to a flawless face. Maybe you don't know what skincare set is right for you. Well, guess what? Your consultant is ready to help you. And remember, when you spend $35 tonight, you could possibly get your complete skincare regimen for half price. All right. Also, skin tone and skin needs can change with the seasons. So reevaluate your skin from time to time, like right now, as we're moving into fall and losing our summer color. You might need to switch to a different foundation shade for summer or winter. Now, some of us have been taught to only apply foundation in a downward motion and to stop at the jawline. Okay. However, if you're only applying in a downward motion, that does some damage. It gives the appearance of the foundation just sitting on top of the skin. It adds more coverage than most women want. And more importantly, it gives the appearance of the face being pulled down. And we don't want that. So when you're applying foundation, use a up and down and back and forth and circular motions. And that gives the appearance of the foundation being skin instead of painted skin. All right. Also, blending down the jawline and down the neck does not mean that you're in the wrong foundation. Okay, most women don't get sun under here. This never sees the light of day because our face is creating a shadow, right? So therefore, our chin and right under our neck here is lighter than the rest of our face. We also want to make sure that there's no visible lines here on the jawline. I think most of us know that. No visible lines between our neck and our foundation shade. So you definitely do want to blend in here. Now, think about when you're putting lotion on. Would you just wipe it on and then leave it? Or would you rub it in and spread it out around? That makes sense, right? So makeup needs to look like part of our skin and not like it's been painted or glued on. But before we get to our foundations, we're going to start with my favorite Flawless product. So take it away, Connie.
All right, so I have one more even before her favorite Flawless product, and it is our oil mattifier. So tonight we're not necessarily going to put on the oil mattifier, but if you're like me and you've been oily and you want to absorb just a little bit more of those oils, you want to go ahead and put an oil mattifier on before your foundation primer. Now, but her favorite product, as she was talking about, is the foundation primer. So tonight we're going to go ahead and start by using our foundation primer. And these three are our weakest muscle. And I always talk about this being a pinch and pull. So these three, so you're going to go ahead and put your foundation primer on. And it's just go ahead and show them a little bit of someone, because I already blended mine in, about how much you want to use. And you're going to go in an outward motion with your foundation primer.
I'm pretty generous with my foundation and I can't find my camera. There we go.
There you go. So you want almost like a pea-sized amount. This product really helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and imperfections and helps extend the foundation wear. Now, again, when you're an oily girl or humidity, you really want to extend that foundation wear. So you may even find that you use less foundation when you use a primer, and you just, so you don't want to just go down. You also want to go up in the pores, because when you're going into the pores with your foundation primer, it makes it look more flawless. That's extremely important for us to have more of a flawless look. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share a picture with you so you can go ahead and see. So on this orange, you can see that with no primer, you see more of the pores. So if you're a big pore girl like I am, you want to make sure that you're, again, moving that foundation primer into the pores, whereas on the other side of that orange, you can see when you put foundation primer over it, your foundation glides. So that is extremely important for anyone, whether you're oily or dry. All right, so the next thing I'm going to go ahead and talk about is our foundation. So you can use your fingers to apply liquid foundation is acceptable. However, the appropriate brush that you'll want, you give to for the best application. All of our Mary Kay brushes can be used for liquid, powder, or for a cream. So our brushes are good for all three of those. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a mirror so you can see a little bit of a difference on some of the brushes and the application we're going to be using tonight. So now this one, I want Rebecca to go ahead and show you as well. So we're going to be using this a sponge later on, and this has been the size. I've put it 13 times. I've squeezed it and put 13 amounts in it, and you can see that Rebecca has one that it has nothing in it, and you can see absolutely the difference. So I'm going to use the same foundation on each of these. Now this is just one of our new luminous foundations, so I'm just going to put a little bit on it. When you're using a sponge, you're going to get more of a sheer coverage because, again, I've milled it and I have put, whoops, I don't know if I got it. There you go. So you can see that there's very little on there. Can you see it? There you go. Where then Tanya is going to use this liquid foundation brush. And on this liquid foundation brush, it's going to give you more of a coverage. And again, you're going to see this. I'm going to take it and then just streak it. So you can see a little bit more on that one with the liquid foundation brush. Now, I love that foundation brush. It covers very well. It feels almost like butter on my face. I absolutely love it. So here you can see that I went ahead. I've got it here. And you can see that this one, it is much thicker. So this blending brush gives you more of a full coverage. Some people want real sheer, where you're going to use the sponge. Other people are going to use just a liquid foundation brush that gives you a medium coverage. And if you're a full coverage girl, because of whatever, maybe you have some damage or you just like full coverage, then you're going to go ahead and use our blending sponge. All right.
All right. Are we to me?
Yes, we are.
All right. I'm going to start us off with the TimeWise 3D matte liquid foundation, and I am using our blending brush. And like Connie said, no matter which foundation you choose, the coverage can change with the type of tool that you use. And so this has these densely packed bristles. Like, I don't know if you can really see that, but it almost looks like a sponge. And those are all bristles in there. And it's super soft. So that's what gives you that full coverage. So you're going to apply your foundation directly on the brush. Oops, I probably should have opened a new tube, right? All right, and then you're going to start in the center and then first tap and then buff for an airbrushed look. And now we're going to see how talented I am. I'm going to talk to you and apply my foundation at the same time. So I have struggled with foundation my whole life, wanting a flawless coverage without a heavy feel, and shade matching for my pasty skin was a challenge. All right, but our exclusive IntelliMatch technology has the perfect shade for everyone by matching the skin pigment and the undertone. It's also anti-aging because it has our patent pending age minimized 3D complex. And that's the same 3D complex that's in our Miracle set. It has 12 hours of oil control and 12 hours of wear, no oily or greasy afterfeel, and it's not going to settle into any fine lines. Skin instantly looks healthier, firmer, and brighter or younger. And my favorite part is that it blends evenly to build a buildable coverage. So you can add more where you need more. It's not going to look cakey. All right, so our counterpart to the matte foundation is our luminous foundation, and Tanya is going to teach us about that. So take it away, Tanya. Oh, you do need to unmute yourself, though. Sorry, girl.
I'm talking, okay. Sorry about that. Rebecca likes the matte, whereas I prefer the luminous because matte makes my skin look ashy. It gives me an ashy complexion, where the luminous gives me a silky glow, more radiant view to me. It leaves my skin feeling moist all day. The color stays for hours and hours and hours, and transfers and humidity resistant. The lightweight formula applies evenly and smoothly. So you'll watch me put some on, and both the matte and the luminous are $25. And from there, we'll go to the CC cream, which is going to be discussed by Shelly. Shelly.
Hello. Like I said, we're going to do the CC cream, and this is what the bottle looks like. And it comes in five different shades, light to medium, very light, medium to dark, dark, and very dark. And I am a medium to dark girl. I'm going to use the liquid foundation brush with the little indentation slant on it. You can do the application of it. You can either put it on your hand, is what I do, or you can put it directly on the brush. And I just pat it and apply it. And the reason I like the CC cream is because it is very lightweight. It helps cover my rosacea, and it is moisturizing up to 10 hours on it. We do circles as we apply. It is also has a VF SPF of 15, so it helps you protect you from the sun. It also helps protect you from all of the harmful things that you go through each day, like the weather, dust, any of that. It helps protect your skin, so that way you can't, it doesn't actually get to your skin. It gets to your foundation first. It also helps with, a little tricky there when it's the opposite way. Let's see. It also helps with getting into the pores, so it makes your pores look smaller. It also helps with your fine lines and any blemishes that you've got. It helps hide all of that. It also gives you a matte finish. And that's just some of the reasons I like the CC cream. I just absolutely love it. And now that we've got that, there's just one more that we've got to talk about, and that is the mineral powder. One more thing about the CC cream. The CC cream is actually $22. Now we're going to go to the powder, which I like to do the powder because it helps give me an extra shade to hide my rosacea, to hide the redness, and to also set it in, so that way I don't have that glossy look, and helps with my moisturizer, so it doesn't add any more oils. Okay, and get the right brush.
I'm just going to interject here. I love that the CC cream is like such a sheer coverage, but when you use a different tool with it, you can get a different type of coverage, from sheer to a little more medium coverage with it. I love that.
Yes, you get to add as much as you want the coverage to be able to feel that you've got the coverage that you need. You can add a lot, little, or a lot, and it's also perfect for an outdoor look if you just need to take and run to the grocery store, but you still don't want to go out there with a naked face. For the CC cream or the powder, I just wanted to show you, it's got its little insert in there, so you can control how much comes out for you to take and use. So you just twist it and it comes out, and I just use it right there on the lid. That way I can pick up what I need. And I believe that, and I just filter some on, and it adds it, and then I just do the circle right over it. And it is also lightweight, and it just helps tone down that shininess for me. You want to make sure you get you down underneath. Okay. And I believe that is it.
Well, it looks good, Jelly. I love it. I love it. So I get to talk about two of products I actually don't use very much. I use the CC cream and the matte foundation more, but because we're doing the foundation class, I thought I would try something a little bit different. So quite a few of my customers use this cream to powder or a pressed powder. And when I use both of those products, I usually use this sponge because it is, you know, it's a compact, it's a case, and I can go ahead and take it on the go. But for today, I thought, okay, I want to go ahead and talk about the sponge that we were talking about earlier. So I thought, well, why not try it with the cream to powder? So this morning, right, I had to test what I was going to be doing. So this morning, I went ahead and did my cream to powder and put it on the back. I have to say, I was amazed how much I like it. Now, again, I've been an oily girl. It goes very matte, so it's a cream formula, and it is silky. It's smooth. Gives me that flawless look that I want. Especially at my age with the fine lines. I don't want a lot of powder that seeps into the creases. So with this, it is a transfer resistant. It won't rub off or streak, which I found even more so with the sponge than in other products that I've tried in the past. So you can get this product, again, as a clamshell case, or you can put it in a compact. The cream to powder is 18. And then if you want the compact, Rebecca, is that 16 all of a sudden, or is it 18? I should know, you guys. However,
that's a really great question.
Okay, and by the end, we'll go ahead and let you know. But I like that I can keep it in my purse for any time that I want to go ahead and reapply. Now, in my purse, I'm not going to go ahead and keep the sponge. So that's when I would use this sponge here. The sheer press powder, why I like the sheer press powder, it's lightweight, it's ultra fine powder. It imparts like an invisible layer, very much so like the mineral powder foundation that Shelly was talking about. But again, I can keep it in my purse if I want just a real touch up, but a lightweight and look fresh throughout the day. That was really important to me. So again, on this blending sponge, I squeezed it 13 times to go ahead and get the absorption of water in it. And then I squeezed it out to get the rest of it out so it's not dripping all over me. All right. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do, oh, I forgot to tell you that this one point, and I didn't do it. So because it's got a point, I can get closer to the corner of my eye, which is important to me as well. So I didn't do that because I was talking.
That compact is 18.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The next thing that, again, I feel is a must is a concealer. Whether you have blemishes or not, I sometimes even use my concealer as a little bit of a highlighter. To get the most natural looking finish, makeup artists today suggest applying foundation before concealer. So I think old school of thought is that you put on the concealer first and then the foundation. But because, like I said, we use sometimes that as a highlighter as well, you want to go ahead and put it on top of your foundation. So you might even use less concealer when you're putting it over your foundation. So we have these, it's called a doe foot applicator. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, Rebecca's got it as well. So what we're going to go ahead and do are, you would put 3 dots, and these girls will go ahead and show you once I go ahead and talk a little bit about them of where you can go ahead and conceal. But usually it takes about 3 taps, and then you're going to pat it gently into place because you don't want that rubbing motion, especially around your eyes, or to remove where you put the concealer, but you'll just kind of pat it in place. So for age spots and sun damage, we would blend the concealer into your natural tone, concentrating on the discolored area. And we also have right now, which we call a ditch dullness coloring correcting stick. And it's got a purple tint to it. And you can go ahead and apply that anywhere that you would like, and then gently pat it in with your hand. But it is a purple hue. Now, for Rebecca, what Rebecca is going to go ahead and show you, she's going to apply a light veil of concealer directly over the blemish and use her ring finger to lightly pat around the edges to blend it in. And again, I'm hoping that our lighting goes ahead and shows you exactly how flawlessly this works. Mary Kay their scientists have done a phenomenal job of creating the hues where it blends into your tone when you're trying to, again, in this case for Rebecca, diminish the blemish. So thank you very much, Rebecca. Okay, so the next person that we're going to go ahead and watch is Tanya. So Tanya's going to go ahead and apply her concealer to the inner corners of her eyes and the outer corner of her nose. Sometimes the vertical lines between your mouth and underneath your lips. So it just depends on what you need for shadow areas. So one of the things that sometimes people will have expression lines, and maybe that's where you want to go ahead and bring those out, and because dark recesses and light brings out. So we're going to go ahead and watch Tanya, and as you can see, she's using her ring finger. So earlier I was talking about the pinch and pull. These three are the weakest when we put on our foundation primer. As you can see, Tanya is using her ring finger when she's working around her eyes because that finger has the weakest muscle. Thank you very much, Tanya. All right, so one of the things that, again, as we age, sometimes we get puffiness, and sometimes it's not always to do with puffiness. So for me, I have went with a concealer that is a couple tones lighter than myself, and I'm gonna go right underneath the puffy area, and I'm gonna pat, and I don't know if you can see, but I got, let me see if I can get close. I don't know if you can see it, but I have it right underneath the puffiness, but really on my cheekbone, and I'm gonna go ahead and pat it out with my ring finger. There are times as well that I will use this brush with the foundation brush that I was using on the mirror technique. And I will use that as a stippling motion as well. So if you already have foundation on it from when you were putting foundation on, you can go ahead and then stipple it with the concealer as well. All right, so you should use one of our concealers. Take it away, Rebecca.
All right, I'm going to talk to you about our under eye corrector, which is another one of my favorite Flawless products. All right, here is the under eye corrector. Looks very much exactly like the concealer tube. But the under eye corrector is specifically designed for under eye use, and it's going to help wake up tired eyes. And the Peach Tone Concealer is the current industry standard for addressing the bluish purple circles beneath our eyes. It works for skin tones ranging from light ivory to deep beige. So for bronze and deep bronze skin, it's recommended to use a matching skin tone concealer to neutralize those dark shadows. But the reason that we ivory and beige people don't want to just use concealer is that mixing with that bluish purple will actually create kind of a gray look, and we don't want the gray. We want the peach to balance the blue first and then add concealer. So again, we have a little doe foot applicator, and we're just going to place 1 to 3 dots right in that bluish circle area. And because I'm very fair, I think I dropped my brush earlier. There we go. Because I'm very fair, fair skin tone, I like to mix a little bit with my foundation just to blend the shades. Now you can use your finger to pat it in. You can use a cream color concealer brush, but I just like to use my blending brush and just a little extra foundation. I kind of split that between, and then you want to use a dabbing motion instead of a swiping motion, because a swiping motion can actually remove the corrector. And a dabbing just to blend it helps create a smooth, flawless finish. So I just kind of pat that in with my brush. And then you can also use the Perfecting Concealer on top of the under eye corrector using the same technique. And you can use our translucent powder to help bake or set the corrector. And both the Perfecting Concealer and the under eye corrector are $16. And Tanya is going to tell us about our translucent powder.
Tanya, I think you're muted,
You're
babe.
muted, girl. Sorry.
I did it. Didn't hit it fast enough. So our translucent powder is great for any skin tone. It helps you set makeup, reduce the shine, and create a matte finish. Apply it on with an all-over brush. Dab the brush into the powder. Tap any excess off. And use a downward stroke from your forehead to your chin and out the edges. You just want to use very light when you're applying it. You don't need it heavy. You just want to take some of the shine off. The brush is designed to evenly distribute the powder over your face without contracting it in any one area. You can also apply it to the eye area and around the nose with a clean brush, with a clean eye brush. So if you get like something in mascara, a little extra, you just kind of clean it up with the brush.
That looks great, Tanya.
Yeah. Thank you. Take it away, Shelly.
Oops, you're muted too. I got you. I
there we
got
go.
you. Oh. And now you have to unmute yourself. You just muted yourself. I'm sorry. Technical
There we go.
difficulty. There we go.
All right. We're going to take and do the cheeks. And the cheek brush, if somebody can show the cheek brush for me. How about the contouring brush? There we go. Okay. And it has the little indentation in it. You want to put your thumb right there and squeeze it. And that's will help you with the contouring. You want to take your contouring, and some of the ladies are going to take and show us, because this is something that I do not do because of my rosacea. They're going to take and squeeze the brush, and you want to add your contouring powder to it, and you want to take and apply it at the underneath of the cheekbone. And then you can also apply it at the bottom of the cheek, underneath your chin jaw. And you can also apply it, if you need to, right at the edge. All right. And then if you take and for the highlighting, you want to take and just dab it on the side. And then you want to take and do your upper cheek on the tip. There you go. And you want to take and highlight above the cheekbone. And then you want to take and try to blend those guys in so you don't have any lines. And then you want to use the chubbiness part to get your cheek color, whatever cheek color you go, and you want to put it on your apple of your cheek and do a blush. And then you can blend all three. Now, because I am such a rosacea girl, I do not want to add any extra color. So I just do a highlight powder very gently. And I just want to add it just to the apples. And that just gives you a little sunny sun-kissed to the cheeks. And it's another shade that downplays the rosacea for you. And it's and the brush is 14. And your let me find my book here. Your cheeks colors are
The cheek, the contour, and the highlight are all 14.
14. Okay.
Mhm.
And they are all Chroma Fusion, so they actually are 12-hour lasting, and they last through workouts, weather, and just lots more.
Life.
Very much.
Life proof.
Life
I
proof.
love that.
And let's see who we go back to. That goes back to Rebecca.
Yes. All right. So now that we have our flawlessness beauty going on, we want to keep it this way, right? So we are going to top it off with our makeup finishing spray. This is one of our, like, to my opinion, greatest products ever. It feels completely breathable and works on any skin type. It keeps makeup looking freshly applied for hours. Talk about life proof. It washes off just as easily as it applies, and it dries quickly and never feels sticky. So to apply, I know it seems a little weird, y'all, to spray yourself in your face, but you get used to it really quick. So to apply, you just shake the bottle, hold it about 8 to 10 inches away, and you're going to spray your face 2 to 4 times in an X and then a T formation. So let's see if you can watch me here. And that's all it takes. And I actually didn't even keep my mouth open, which was excellent. And that really helps keep your look fresh for up to 16 hours, which is fantastic. All right, Connie, back to you.
All right. So how fun, right? Okay. So as Rebecca was talking earlier, when we started this program just 33 minutes ago, she was talking about when you find one item, like as the girls are talking tonight, did you find one item? You're like, ooh, I cannot do without. Maybe it's the finishing spray. Ooh, maybe it's that foundation primer that already has an SPF in it and you want your, not to have your pores to show up, right? So what one item that you wanted, and it's 10%. The other thing is that maybe it's the brushes. Maybe you don't want to have to go from one cream to the powder and try to keep all control and in control of them. And you know that you can have one brush that does it all. So when you have one item, you get 10% off. When you have at least $35, right, of items, and so you can see it on the screen here, is that we have some foundations. So here is our concealer, our under eye corrector. Each of those are 16. The finishing spray, that's 18. These are the matte and the luminous that both Rebecca and Tanya tried. Shelly then had the mineral powder foundation along with the CC cream, and then I was demoing the cream to powder, the Endless Performance cream to powder, along with the sheer mineral. Tanya then also demonstrated the translucent powder. So when you find at least $35 worth of items on those, then you also can have anything at half price. So that's why Rebecca was saying, shoot, might as well do the microdermabrasion, right? Instead of paying $55, you might as well get it at half price, or whatever that you are maybe wanting. And she even mentioned like the skincare set. Wow, right? How cool is that? So here is also some of the blush colors that we tried tonight. We didn't necessarily go over those, but those in your catalog, when your consultant can go ahead and send that to you, you can look through, but that is on that second to the last page. And then our brushes. So this is a sponge that I tried tonight, which was 12. These are brushes that are in the applicator, or the compact that I was using. Then we have this famous liquid foundation brush, the blending brush Rebecca was talking about, with lots of others. And all of these brushes are, again, used for powder, cream, or liquid, which is a fantastic. So we so appreciate you being here for our flawless face and contouring. And I know that we need to, I want you to go ahead and send, your consultant before we go ahead and, and pull those names. Like, what $35 items do you want? Like, text your consultant right now as we're bringing it up, because this is only going to be like a 24-hour, because this is a big old deal, 24 hours after watching this video, that you can go ahead and text your consultant and get the deal. With at least a $35 order, you can have any item at half price. All right, Rebecca, are you about ready to pull those names?
Yes, it's our favorite part, a giveaway.
Woo-hoo! All right. Let me see here. I'm going to choose some names.
Who's it going to be?
Mine is Debbie. Congratulations, Debbie. Woohoo!
Sweet. And our winner is Aisha Rogers. Congratulations.
All right, let's go ahead and do one more.
Yay.
Okay, and our second winner is Melinda. Congratulations, Melinda. Woohoo! Whoops, I accidentally, it was on there. When I turned it, it moved it. So congratulations, Melinda, but you didn't see your name.
All right. And our second winner is Tiffany Rose. Congratulations.
Woo! Congratulations. I would love to know what you guys love most. So what did you love most about tonight? Was it, what was it? So
Yeah.
you can keep commenting some of the comments up there. We can always see them later, but we so appreciate you. I know that I've seen a couple names on here that we've seen on past, spa events, or because we have another spa next Wednesday. So if you've not been on a spa, or maybe you want to invite more people, maybe you've already been on one, but you want to invite your family, your friends to our next spa, make sure you do that as well. So again, thank you so much for being with us this evening.
You know what? We're so excited to draw names. I don't think we said what they're winning.
Ha! All right. I thought that you did that in the beginning. So you get a $10 gift card from your consultant. So congratulations. Thank you and congratulations. Yeah, right? Now you have money to go spend with your consultant. How cool is that?
That's right. That's right. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night. Have flawlessly perfect dreams. And be sure you text your consultant your wish list. Have a great night.